Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, aka the Dude, aka the King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Colter and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the JO party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs. And it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live. YKWD live, all the Colter and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon. And you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there. And you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 get you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show. Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started a social media podcast. The fact. The YKWD podcast. YKWD's back again. Old school, back in the day, where it all started. Before them all. YKWD. This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up. You're ruining this. Where's the bandana, man? Sorry. It's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR. That's what this podcast does. Is there any better show? This is the original. And we are back again. You know what, dude? Podcast, longest fucking podcast on the East Coast. I've been through the fucking wars. I've been through it all. I was here when nobody was doing it, and I was doing it from a kitchen in Hell's Kitchen with fucking Joe DeRosa and Dan Soda before they had shit. Well, Joe still has the same that he had back then, but Dan Soda didn't have shit.
Joe's got less.
I might. No, Joe's doing great before he calls me up. Dude, what the fuck, dude? You know, I moved back from that. This is the shit I get.
Everybody's so fucking sensitive now because they're on edge. You can't make a joke anymore.
No, you can't make a joke, and nobody likes seeing you succeed in the pandemic. By the way, nobody likes seeing Yannis Pappas fucking crawling out and just rising above like it's regular times. Nobody likes it, Giannis. But we're gonna get to you, you fucking Greek bastard. We're gonna get to you, fucking Schitt's Creek face.
I was just saying I was born in darkness.
You were born in darkness. Gabby, the beautiful Gabby,
hi,
with her hair pulled back like a beautiful starlet from 1991.
Or a Jewish girl in New Jersey giving a blowjob.
That's true. Yeah, or a Jersey
My origin
Six,
story.
A Jersey Six that works in a dentist office in a strip mall in Jersey somewhere, giving you a hand job in the parking lot after you get your root canal done.
Once again, I'm a Jersey 10, New York 1,000. Thank you so much. On the show today, we have Colum Tyrrell and Yannis Pappas.
And we have Mush hiding in the background. I forbid him from being on because he tried to steal my look, my bokeh look. When my computer went down, Mush stepped in and tried to steal the King of Zoom title from me. And I admire it, but fuck you. Now you don't get to show people what you roll. Well, yes, Colin. Is it named Colin? Right?
Colum, but you can call me
Colum.
Yeah,
Colum. Now, I don't know you, but I've heard about you, and everybody was like, "Oh, you got to get this fucking dude on the show." And you're from the motherland, where I'm from. Believe it or not, I know you're looking at my face. I look like a Filipino woman. I look,
you should read about the famine, Bobby.
Yeah, right out of the gate.
I help you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a big fan, Bobby. Actually,
It's okay, dude. You should read about the famine, motherfucker. I'm trying, Colum. I'm fucking trying. Okay, it's hard. The pandemic.
yeah. You look
Shut your face. It's the cameras. Trust me. I'm literally stretching. My body is like 4 feet. I'm stretching. The camera's on the ceiling. I made this room. It's a special room where I'm stretching my face out. I was told. Wait, now how long you been in New York, dude?
5 years.
5 years. No shit.
Yeah, I've just been not successful. So I guess
Wow.
I got to do
Well,
yeah.
you've been in New York 4 years and 1 year pandemic. So you've really been in New York 4 years and then trapped. You couldn't fly back home for a year. So you just been trapped. Yeah.
Exactly. Although because of the pandemic, I've just been doing a bunch of podcasts and it's kind of helped me more than anything else. So oddly,
Hell yeah.
look at me now.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that. What he said? What?
He said he's happy to be here.
He said, if you're fucking Protestant, I'll kill your fucking family. Get on that side of the fucking wall, you fucking Jimmy.
That's Scottish. Nobody can do Irish. Everybody winds up as you're Duncan MacLeod from the Clan MacLeod. There can only be one. I found your name in the golden pages.
These poor kids have to deal with American comics constantly trying to talk their fucking accent. So, you know, what can you do? I mean, you know, your place isn't real to us. We think like you're living a Lord of the Rings land. Why do you talk so weird? Just fucking turn on True TV and watch how we speak. We pronunciate things. We can understand each other. There's no like, I'm going to the fucking store.
Yannis, I'll tell you, my favorite thing in the world is when somebody from over there talks like one of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're normally rich.
Yeah, it used to make me happy, like when a black guy would do it, but now it's just hack.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, man, what's going on, dude? But can you talk like us, Colum?
Not really. Kind of like Alexa or something like.
Can you try to talk like us? Like if you just pretend I met you and you pretend your name's Scott and I met you in a bar in Boston. Hey, what's up? What's your name?
Scott Johnson.
You could never work for the CIA.
Yeah, I need a fucking New York Mets hat and be like, hey, my name is Scott Johnson. I work in a company.
You look like if Nate Bargatze and Shane Gillis fucked.
True.
No, that is so true. Holy shit. Not Nate Bargatze now. Nate Bargatze when he looked like the most handsome kid with Down syndrome you ever saw.
Yeah. Unsuccessful, Nate.
Yeah. I get all these all the time. Yeah.
You look like Nate before he had money.
Yeah, exactly. You look like Nate when he was still opening for people. Just a little chubby dude with a fucked up haircut. Not that your haircut's fucked up, but it's not Yannis's hair. Let's be honest. Look at that fucking hair.
I got good hair, but I mean, do I look a little like Colin Farrell? You're from Ireland. Like, do I look like Colin Farrell if they put his head in a vice and pushed his eyes together?
Yes.
Kind of. It looks like Yannis is getting a haircut right now. It's like he just phoned in.
Yeah, I'm sitting in my fucking basement. You know, I'm waiting. I'm in a bunker. I don't know. I'm waiting for the Chinese to attack. We're all getting a little paranoid.
Is that your art back there? What's going on?
That's my dad's art. He passed away, so we cleaned out his apartment. And now it's just sitting in my basement as a reminder that I'm fatherless.
Oh my! Now I feel bad.
Oh, great! That's awesome.
It's fine. It's
Is it worth money or is it just dad art?
It's just dad art where some of it's really good and I've hung that up, but the other ones, you know, it's like I don't quite know what to do with it because like you try to give it away and people are like, you don't want to give your dad's art to something that they're gonna put in the garbage when they get it. So I'm just holding on to it. It's not like your piece of art that's in our therapist's office that's gorgeous. It's 3 faces and we
had a fight about that. I told you. That's I remember I gave it to him. He told Bobby, you should get back into art. Start painting again. It's gonna help your creativity. I start painting. I break out all the easel. I break out all my shit. I start painting. First painting I made this for you. Merry Christmas. Yeah, a year later, it's still nowhere to be found. We get into a big fight. I'm fucking furious. And I go, enough of your bullshit. And I want my painting on the wall. I want it on the fucking wall where this other garbage is. This depressing paintings you have all over the fucking place. I want my depressing painting on the fucking wall. Next week I came in right in front of the shitter as soon as you come out.
Yeah, when I saw it, I thought it looks like it was made by John Wayne Gacy. Pretty good talent level. It's like serial killer level. You know, it's like Adolf Hitler, John Wayne Gacy. You ever see their art? Pretty decent.
Yeah, it's like it's like they read that book, you know, drawing from the right side of your brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the one that makes you bite off prostitutes' tits.
Are you sewing an outfit behind you? What is the mannequin?
No, I'm making a great big fat person over there.
So what is this the basement up where you live, or is this an old basement?
No, this is a basement of a house I broke into, and the family's dead upstairs. I'm trying to get income, and there's some jewelry that I've stolen, and I just remembered I had your podcast at 5, and then I'm out of here.
Colum looks like the cop who's going to solve that crime. Not the one on TV, the actual real cop.
Yeah.
Have I got a cop look? Is this an American cop look? Just
you have a very cop look, or a barstool look. Like you're a low-level barstool employee.
That would be a step up for me right now.
Yeah. I mean, look, when you're white and you're Irish, people just assume you're a cop. So that's what it is.
So let's talk about this because I got to get this out of the way. We're gonna do we're doing the podcast today, and then we do an extra 10 at the end of it for Patreon only. You guys will be able to stick around for that, right? I mean, what do you get, shows?
No, yeah, but you know, we get a little cut of the Patreon for that, no, right?
Yeah, sure. You get it. I mean, yeah, you should. I mean, I was supposed to get a cut of your Patreon, but remember that? And you guys fucked me and went to All Things Comedy. So we'll talk about that first, okay?
You lobbed that to him.
You're rubbing it in our face now.
Remember that 10% I gave you back? Nah, you keep that money.
I remember that. Yeah.
You cocksuckers stayed unsuccessful for fucking just long enough for me to go, no, you keep that. I don't need that extra $5. The next week, 75,000 Patreon members. You fucking cocksuckers. Yeah. So I saw, I mean, this week I saw you got on Rogan. I saw a little clip of it. And yes, I'm talking to Yannis.
Yeah. I was like, did I?
You might get on it. You can figure you're a fighter. You seem like you're an Irish fighter. Did you see your boy get his ass beat this weekend?
Yeah, early stoppage, if you ask me. But he'll be back. He's the best fighter in the world. He'll be back.
You think he's the best fighter in the world now?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
He's been fucking tapped out and knocked out the last couple fights.
Bobby, if you still had the bandana, I would throw it at you just for your response. I mean, that was a good joke when he said early stoppage. I mean, your laugh wasn't big enough.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm in a shed in my backyard right now. Okay.
Yeah, but we would never know that by the quality. I mean, your quality looks like you're in a Hollywood studio. While the rest of us are on a phone. Like I said before the podcast, you love technology. You have the soul of a Japanese kid inside of a douchebag from Boston.
Yes, that's pretty accurate. That is fucking very accurate. I like to call myself the illusionist.
Yes. Colum, do you mind if I steal that and tweet it right now? It was a good fucking joke. I'm going to say pretty decent fight, but I think it was a little early stoppage.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let him tweet it because Rogan listens to his tweets, not yours, and get more play that way. Woo! Fucking Christ! I saw back to Yannis. I said your hair infuriates me. It should have been gone 3 years ago, but it's fucking magical. It's a magical green. Look at that fucking thing. Look at shut up, Siri.
My buddy Sergio Chicon, very funny comic. He says my hair looks like soft serve.
Yeah.
You really do look like the dude from Schitt's Creek, the gay guy.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I look like a bunch of I look like the retarded version of a lot of handsomer guys.
Yeah, you know what? That is a fucking good God damn, I wish I said that. It would have got a laugh from everybody.
My nickname is Special Needs Stamos.
This really is just a fucked up looking podcast.
Yeah, me and Colum look like there's a counselor looking for us somewhere in the mall.
Yeah. There's a van waiting to pick you guys up to get you back to the house for dinner.
Yeah, we just got gold medals. A competition we didn't run.
Oh, you didn't get a gold medal. You got a silver
participation.
I was made of ice cream.
Yeah, that's all I want.
So you were on Rogan this week. Is that your first time on?
Yeah, of course.
Now, how did that happen?
You think I'd be doing the show if it was my second?
Yeah, it's so funny. That actually hurts because that's usually what happens.
I'll always do your show. You're one of my favorite people. That'll never change. And listen, my career's not going anywhere. That's a peak. It's going downhill again.
Oh, stop it. Stop, you fucking nut. I mean, it's a great thing. Not only did you get, how did that happen? How does that go about happening?
Well, you got to have some dirt on Rogan and you blackmail him and he says,
Right.
it's not worth it.
I fucking do have actual dirt on Rogan.
That's the way it goes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Is that the way? That'd be funny if I did it and then he just leg kicked me and fed me to fucking Brendan Schwab.
You call him Brendan
And
Schwab.
Callan and Brendan Schwab just fucked me in the basement for months. Then one day I looked up and Tim Dillon's just there naked with a fucking soft serve ice cream. Like make me suck his balls. Oh my God, you really do look like a retarded fucking John Stamos. But how did it? No, like, did you request to do it, or they just call you up?
No, he's been following me on Twitter for a little while. You know,
right?
A lot of people think my Twitter feed is too wild, and because that's what it is now. If you're a free thinker at all, it's like this guy's crazy. Yeah. So Rogan follows me, and I guess he liked my Twitter feed, so he messaged me on Twitter, and it's just like, hey man.
And did you fly out, or did they fly you out?
No, I just flew down, went to Austin, had some barbecue, and did his podcast. I mean, nobody's really helped comics more than him, so it's like.
Well, I mean, I put Colin Quinn would help a lot of people. I mean, it's generational.
It's generational. I mean, in my
Opie and Anthony helped a lot of fucking people. Adam Sandler helped a few comics. I mean, I know you just did the show and you're a little shiny on Joe, but I mean, right now
can you let me put my nose in his ass for 1 second?
Right, you're right, guys. Dude, I'm trying to do the same thing. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's just the greatest, and I really appreciate that he had me down. And
Yeah, that's great. But you did the show, but listen, and I saw the little thing you put up today. I think it was, who was that guy? What's his name that complimented you?
Lex Friedman. He's a scientist. He's an artificial intelligence scientist at MIT.
Yeah, which is great because he's exactly what you want that guy to be. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly that outfit, the fucking personality.
Yeah.
You want him to be that guy. It sucks when the scientist is that, artificial intelligence guy is just dirty. Just looks like he hasn't showered. You know what I mean?
Well, no, he seems like a scientist now because the alt scene is over, the comedy alt scene. But if you went 5 fucking years ago and you went to Whiplash and you saw him, you'd probably assume he was in the green room going up next, Oh,
that's true, man. Is alt dead? Is it fucking finally over?
I think it's over, man. I think it's over. I don't know. I mean, I'll ask that.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Or did alt become mainstream?
I think alt became mainstream.
Maybe, yeah.
I think I don't think it's over. I think they just took over the spot that they supposedly hated. People sell out comedians. Now they're all doing fucking animations. They're all chipmunks and dogs and fucking silly animals collecting big fucking huge checks while there's people still homeless right outside their fucking door. There's a few tents and they got to step over them to get into their fucking Bentleys. But yeah, so I think they're the mainstream now, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, as long as their tweets say they care about stuff, they're good,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But who is alt that's mainstream now?
Kamami, not Jami, for sure.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Kumail Nanjiani. He's very funny too.
The guy in the
Very
steroids, is it?
Yeah.
Or the one that doesn't like The Simpsons. I don't know which one is which.
Yeah, you said it. I didn't. Yeah,
Mm.
you said it. I didn't. But yeah, he's definitely jacked now. He's in superhero movies, and you know, he's
Patton Oswalt. Fucking, he's mainstream.
Yeah,
He was always David Cross. Fucking mainstream.
Yeah, Dimitri Martin was another. There was a whole bunch. It was a whole for a while. It was a whole scene where you know, it was like you could play the game like you know, is that a comedian or it's somebody with autism? Just like you could go, is he French or is he gay?
Sometimes both.
To me, though,
Look at that.
real, yeah, that's crazy. To me, that's the real alternative comedy scene or comic to me. When I moved to New York, was Rick Shapiro. That was a guy who was playing the fucking East Village, the Pink Pony. Everybody was up at the Strip or the Cellar or whatever, and he was in some fucking little place in front of 20 people, saying and doing the weirdest shit, and just murdering and not murdering in the same set, just bringing the crowd to a screeching halt and then getting them back and then fucking dumping them again and then doing. I mean, Rick Shapiro was fucking, to me, an alt comic.
Would you consider Janine Garofalo alt originally? Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
still.
Absolutely. I mean, she was annoyingly alt because she would go on stage with notes, you know, on a special. It's like, dude, you didn't get this shit down. You know what I mean?
But she's like mainstream club now.
Yeah, she's mainstream now. Yeah. And she gets, I mean, she made fun of, didn't she make fun of people who got like, you know, Botox and all? Doesn't she get that shit now? Is she all for that stuff?
Probably. I mean, you know, you either die early or you live long enough to see yourself become a hypocrite.
What doll movie was that from?
Okay, Yogi.
What was that from? What movie was that from, you son of a bitch?
It was from the cheesy part of my brain, I guess. Where,
Dude, that is not from you. That is a combination of Fast and Furious and a fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. That is not from your brain.
That's why you know Yannis is a dad now. He just talks in shitty verse sometimes.
Yeah, I think that was Weekend at Bernie's too.
But yeah, you got on the show, and how many hours was it? Did you have fun?
It was 4 hours, one of his longer. And it's
what the fuck?
Doing 4 hours is time flew because I was having such a good time. But there was one point where I felt like, you know, you have to pay attention the whole time, and you know, listening is not comedian's strong point. So
no, none at all.
Straight at one point, I just felt like, you know, I have anxiety to begin with, so I had a massive anxiety attack for about 40 seconds. And I was about to say to him, like, "Hey man, can I go to the bathroom?" But I just fought through it and got to the other side. There was no oxygen in there. We're smoking cigars. We're drinking fucking scotch. And I'm staring across the table at a superior human being who is looking at me going like, "Hey man, I'll do 8 hours if you want." So it's like, you're just like, but it was an amazing conversation. He's such a nice, kind, and curious guy. And it was really funny. And then
let me ask you a question though, because you did bring up a thing before. Like, I hear this a lot now, and it's pretty fun. I know you were joking, of course. People bring up the table, like, "Oh, you guys, this isn't the table," or like that generation of busting balls or making fun of each other or always fucking kind of going for it is a bad thing, or a fucked up, like, you know, almost like, yeah, that shit, we don't do that shit anymore. You know, we have civil conversation. We bust balls, but we're nice to each other too now. Like, that's almost like a bad way of doing it. You know what I mean?
I think, like all things, the world changes a little bit. I think he loves that stuff personally, but I think on his podcast, it's just, and you'll notice by the people he has on, I mean, it's like he could have on Matt Damon every week if he wanted to, or the biggest stars, but he has fucking Yannis Pappas on, or some AI guy. It's really just what Rogan wants and what he's curious about. And he's just a curious guy. And he does 4 hours. Nobody does 4 hours. If you were telling me I'm going to start a podcast, it's 4 hours, everyone would be like, that's going to fail. He kind of just is a guy who does what he wants. That's my first take on it. My second take on it is that that's a great thing, the table, comedians busting balls and not being too sensitive, and it'll always be great. But I think it is generational in the sense that was at a time where you guys were sharpening each other's wits, because it was a very competitive blood sport where there was only a certain amount of spots. You had to get into this very elite club of killers, which you were, and all these, which you are. Sorry, but we're talking about the table.
I got it. I did the adjustment in my head. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We
So
have the same therapist.
You had to get initiated. And this is great in and of itself, but things change. And that was because there was a limited amount of spots. You had to get past at a club to have a career. You had to get a late night set. You had to get a half hour. You had to go through a Montreal. You had to go through a system that was very competitive. So when you got in that fraternity of killers, you guys were sharpening each other by fucking gangbanging like that. But now it's quite the opposite, where there's room for everybody, and actually so much the opposite that you get bigger by sharing, by going on someone else's podcast, by promoting somebody else, by cross-promoting. So because there's no limited amount of spots now there's room for everybody with this digital sphere. So it has changed a little bit in that sense. And that's why, like, even when we had Burr on our podcast and he was just beating me down, I started to think about it in retrospect. I was going like, he's just from an era where this is what you do, where he's like,
can I say something though? You're from that era. My original YKWD, which most people don't know. If I put up a photo, and I have photos like artwork of the regs, you're in it.
Yeah.
You were one of the original. I mean, Joe, Dan, and Lewis, of course, but you and Joe DeRosa were one of the regulars on my podcast back then. I mean, and it was a dog eat dog fucking podcast. And it was like you had Opie and Anthony, fine, right? But my podcast was the young motherfuckers. I was in there, an old bull hanging out with you fucking twats coming in, going fat, going for gold every week.
Yeah, it was one of those guys. It was a bunch of funny guys in Lewis. I remember. I'm just kidding.
Let me ask you a question. So you're on the show, and
I want to fight you, motherfucker. I heard what you said. Gas Digital fucking Festival, Part 6, Austin. It will happen. Me versus Yannis Pappas. I fucking love Lewis to death, but Lewis is an example of someone who started thinking about that new world. And yeah, although I think I would say I straddle both worlds, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I just think as far as making it in this new world.
But let me ask you a question. Were there any parts during doing Rogan's podcast where, like, of course, doing mine or over the years, where you just wanted to go, shut up. You know what I mean? Where you just wanted to, or where you said something funny and it bombed. And you were like, well, you knew I would have thrown the fucking bomb bandana right at your face.
Yes.
Did you have that moment?
Well, it's the first time. So part of it is like, I don't know him that well. But after 4 hours, we got to know each other. But yeah, there was a few times where I tried to, I threw a couple jokes out there and they bombed. And either I wanted to shit on myself or,
Right.
But, I think, it's same with you. Like, I look up, you're a generation ahead of me, obviously. So when I went on your show, that was a big deal as well. And it still is, so it's like when
my show, when you bomb, even me, you get a fucking, that's why that bandana was invented. It's like, you stink. And it kind of made it all right. Like, look, we acknowledge that you bombed. So here, take that and fucking, but on that show, you got to just you can't be like, oh, that sucked. You got to keep growing, right? You can't.
His podcast, that's why I think it's so successful. His podcast isn't really in a genre. It's not really a comedy show. It's not really a serious TED Talk. It's sort of Joe. It's what Joe's curious about. So it's like, it's a very, like all things that become great, it's really original. All great art or any great podcast or any great book is not a imitation of anything else. I'm being serious though. Think about it. I'm not blowing smoke. I mean, Seinfeld is nothing like it. Like,
You are 100%. You wouldn't even go for a piss because you thought he cut the thing short, man. It looks like you forgot your Be honest. I love Joe Rogan because he'd be good for my fucking career. For fuck's sake. You wouldn't go for a piss for a fucking interview. And then you talk about the genius of Rogan.
Well, you're just being Bobby, but you won't eat a fucking souvlaki sandwich in his presence either. Only a few of us know about that one.
Fucking Colum. I love it. Colum's getting mad.
Yannis is talking. No wonder it was 4 hours long. He fucking goes on for 6 fucking minutes about nothing. Rogan. We know he's fucking great.
I'm sorry, Bobby wanted to talk to the more established comedian in the Four Squares.
Oh shit! Let me do his hyenas. I'm a big fan,
Colum.
Big fan.
Colum.
What?
I thought you were Mike Emoji Face and you lost a lot of weight or something. First side dog.
Shit. I mean, I think it with Colum. I don't think Joe even follows me on Twitter, so I'm not even in the game. So I'm
sticking with Bobby.
Yeah, you stick with me, Colum. You'll go exactly where Yannis was until he dumps me and goes to Rogan and all things comedy.
We're not with all things comedy anymore either.
Why not? What happened with that?
What?
Yeah, we just went independent for a little while. I mean, things change quick. I mean, next week things will be different than they are this week. Things just move quick.
Yeah.
What happened with, oh my God, you guys are really shucking and jiving. I love this story.
You guys are just hitching a ride off everybody, just hitching a ride and leaving them the second you can fucking afford a mic stand.
I mean, it's show business, not business show.
I don't know.
Means, but it sounded good when I said it.
What are these sayings? Do you buy a sayings book calendar?
Did Rogan say he likes your sayings? Is that why you're just throwing sayings out there?
I mean, I tweeted once. I was like, "Hey, man, the hand doesn't have 5 fingers for nothing." And he was like, "Hey, man, I love it. Come on, man."
Is that the tweet? What was the tweet that got it? Well, we got to hear the tweet. Tell me the tweet that got it.
I think that what he liked. I think the thing that he liked. I mean, he followed me for a while, so a long time. But I know one thing. He mentioned me on his podcast when he liked that I put my pronouns as he, haw.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah, so I think he liked that, and
well,
that was close to.
Well, you know what's funny is that if it seems to look at, I am not the type of. I don't like Twitter. I like social media, and I've always liked it, even from back in MySpace. Just fun shit or busting balls with my friends or blah blah blah, right? But I've never put, religion beliefs or, I'm kind of quiet with that shit. Even political beliefs, I ride the line. I'm not really a political guy. Stuff like that. I don't need the fucking bullshit. I got too much stress in my life. I'll fucking kill somebody. Like I say, I have 1st and 6th gear. I don't have 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th gear. No. I go from, hey man, it's cool. I'll fucking murder you. Very quickly, Yannis, you know.
Oh, quick.
I know. Yeah. Oh, hey, Yannis, are you fucking eating in here? It happens like that. Yeah.
That was the first time I met Yannis. The first time I saw Yannis was when he walked in the studio with a sandwich, and Bobby almost stabbed him 100 times. Yannis, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, the kids from Boston don't have a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th gear. They go straight from, how you fucking doing, kid, to fuck you cocksucker.
I gotta apologize. Look. Of course I love Yannis, man, from back in the day.
The thing about that, he had just stopped by to say hello. He was trying to be nice to Bobby to show respect.
Yeah, but he came.
Thank you, Mike.
Came in literally. Wait, mush. Fuck you. They're not bringing you back. It ain't happening. Okay. Listen, you're stuck with me, so you stay on my side. Listen, there's no eating in the studio. Let's be honest for a second, right?
Oh, I like it.
So we had a pizza party at the fucking thing, pizza party podcast. This girl who lived down the street, comedian. Her husband owned a pizza place. So we had a pizza party podcast. She came on, brought fucking 9 pies. We chowed. One of these fucking morons left a piece of pizza under the fucking couch. Okay.
Oof. How did that happen?
Because it had to be Lewis or Scopo just didn't clean. Okay. They're supposed to clean the studio every time we go in there. And of course they do it for like 2 weeks. And then they just stop doing it. And then they go downstairs and, but so they left a piece of pizza, bugs. Ava, who lives upstairs, sweetest woman in the world, has a thing about bugs. She doesn't like bugs, as nobody should in their house. Okay. It's not a crazy like, oh, she just doesn't like bugs. And there was bugs. We had to do a whole big cleaning. So no food in the studio ever again. Nothing. And then
you didn't even hide a Twinkie in your pocket?
Where is it? I don't have the bandana. Here, I'm gonna throw the fucking dead cat at you. The bomb dead cat. Oh my god. And your timing was so perfect too. If that was funny, it would have worked. Because it was literally, you did the little side eye, not even in your fucking pocket. Rogan.
I just giggled and farted.
Nice.
Those are my favorite moments in life when you giggle and fart at the same time. Something happened. I'm uptight, blah, blah, blah. Yannis comes in, standing there, but the way you were eating it, you were literally every bite going, fuck you, fatso.
No, that's not what was happening. That was in your fucking
I'm
crazy
telling you,
Boston head.
I'm going to tell you what's in my head. Yes, I will fucking give you that. But this is what I saw. Ready? Every time you took a bite, you were like this. Yeah, I'm in your studio.
What?
What's up? What's happening? And I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
What sandwich was it, by the way? Out of curiosity.
It was shawarma, I think, right?
So here's the full
The
story.
messiest sandwich on the planet Earth, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't that messy. I had it in an aluminum foil, and
Doesn't matter.
I don't
Nobody
even think
can
I took
shawarma.
a bite. I think I was holding it, and so I wasn't even on the podcast. I came with Verzi, and I said I want to go say hello to Bobby. So it's not like I brought the food in and was going to keep it there. I just ducked in for a second to say hello to my heavy friend.
Listen, first of all, no, Gabby, close your mouth. You're not getting anything from him either, okay?
I didn't do anything.
She was just shocked that I said heavy, like it's the first fat joke that's happened on You Know What, dude.
No, it's
something
not
about heavy hurts.
Listen, yeah, heavy's a hurtful one. You're right.
Have you ever tried to pick him up? He's not light.
He's not.
Well, I'm going to say this. Giannis, I saw you shirtless on your little video. You better chill out, Westchester boy.
Well,
those little snacks when she goes to bed with the kid, they're starting to show, titties. Okay.
Well, that's why I can make those jokes, because I too am fat. You know that.
You know, you're not fat. You have fat, gonna be fat potential. You have like fucking Colum.
Yeah.
Is always going to be that right there. His face, he has used to be fat face. Like he weighed 400 pounds and then lost it. And now
I'm on the way up right now, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Irish kids always have like pale greenish complexion. They all look like they're fighting Corona presently, you know?
I got Corona years ago. Fucking when I was a boy.
Yeah, they always have wig hair too.
Wig, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, at least I have it, you know. So
hey.
Okay.
So Colum, this is what I did. I stand here
on?
and I say, "What's up, Bobby?" And then I'm about to leave, and he goes, and I don't even remember because I was so frightened for my life. I don't remember what he said, but he goes, "You piece of shit! You're fucking eating a fucking. Show me up one bite at a time. Come outside and let's have a fucking conversation. Fucking, well, let me fucking talk to you outside. Fucking right now. Fucking disrespect me in my fucking home. Fuck you, kid."
He's being very liberal with this story. I mean, he's very creative right now. But I mean, yes, that's the gist.
Let me ask you a question though. When you were yelling at me in the hallway, was there a moment where it hit you that you were yelling at me for holding a sandwich?
Yeah, it was literally
for 1 second.
Literally the second, and you went, "Bobby, I'm sorry." You literally didn't even. You were just like, "Dude, hey man, I fucking sorry." I was like, I'm yelling at my friend, like I caught him balls deep in my wife. Literally balls deep. That was the rage I had over this fucking stupid sandwich. And I believe he didn't take a bite. There was no sauce. He didn't spill it. I yelled at him like I caught him fucking my wife and eating a pizza in the studio at the same time. Yeah.
I think Verzi even said on the podcast, he goes, Jesus, Bobby, you didn't catch him fucking your wife or something. Jesus.
I think he did say that.
That was when I first started working for you, and I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna be scary forever.
I have to tell you, in the pandemic, I've gotten my shit together with my emotions.
That's just because we're not in the same room.
No, that's not true. You annoy me in this little block more than ever.
Thank you.
But I have gotten my shit together. I've actually gotten, I don't know about you guys, but now today was a bad day. I had a bad day today, but most of the time I've spent a lot of this time getting my shit together, mentally and spiritually, and kind of going back to doing things I did years ago to keep my shit together, which I'm very excited about, very happy about. And it's made my life 100% better, made my home life better, because I'm stuck in here with my wife and kid. And it's weird when I love you, Yannis. I love people you don't know. It's easier to snap on them. But if I don't want to snap on my wife, I don't want to snap on my kid. I don't want to be that fucking guy. So I had to do a lot of shit this year because at the beginning of this, I was getting rough. You know what I mean? But have you done any shit that made you better, or are you just getting worse?
No, I'm back in therapy with Alan, who's he's great because he works with comedians, so he knows that we're children, and he knows that we're narcissists, and he knows that we're damaged. And so it's nice to be back with him. I shouldn't have never stopped, to be honest with you. And I had Corona and COVID bad, and I had a 3-week-old baby when I had it. It was, me and Bobby spoke on the phone, and it was rough. And I got really sick, so it was scary because I thought, Jesus, if I die, I'm never going to see my little baby again. So, I don't know what I did to God, but this is the second time he's tried to whack me.
Yeah. So, let me just crumb bomb in the chat. Yelled at. I remember you yelling at Mush a whole bunch last week. Mush, I did not yell at you at all last week, did I, Mush?
I wouldn't call that yelling.
That's how you know how bad it gets. Is that he yelled at him, and you're like, for Bobby, that's a whisper.
Yeah, that's fucking exactly right. Crumb bomb. Let's be honest, Yannis and Colum. These fucking pussies. I mean, it is you can't even have tone with somebody now without them getting all fucking busted up and fucking crying and wanting a fucking apology. You can't even have tone with somebody. I mean, it's unbelievable. It makes me sick to my stomach.
It's true. And comedy is a blood sport, and it's really wild to see people with the feelings thing, this feelings thing of people I felt this way. It's nobody gives a shit how you felt. What this person said to you or breaking your balls or whatever is going to be nothing compared to what you're going to go through in this life when your friends or family members get sick, or you get sick, or something actually real happens. And comedy's a fucking blood sport. If you want to be around comedians, don't be shocked if you get stung a little bit, if someone screams.
I think that's changing, though, dude. Call him. I mean,
Bobby Kelly's an orphan. What do you want him to do? He's going to yell once in a while. I mean, what the fuck do you think? Orphans either become boxers or comedians.
How is this crumb bum? Trust me, I know. I've never yelled at you once, crumb bum. Go fuck your mother. How's that?
He's poking his ear. He's trying to get you to yell at him now.
I know what he's doing, Colum. I see the tricks. I was kind of playing into it just for the character, for the podcast sake. Podcast can't speak good. Colum, you're a fucking Irishman. You guys don't seem to have tempers. You seem to have controlled rage, I would say an Irishman has, right?
No,
because you're even when you don't yell and scream. It's mate, I'm gonna fucking stick my foot in your ass and then I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend in front of you, and that's what's gonna happen if you keep it up.
Was that an Irishman, or was that a 1940s TV detective?
I think that was a serial mascot.
I'm gonna fuck your wife. See, I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you strong. See,
I do right up the kisser.
I'm asking around. I know what you did there, Bobby.
I mean, what do you say to that, Colum? You guys.
I think we're better now. No one goes to church anymore. So there used to be a thing where church would control a lot of people. And then
that fucking bugs me, dude. That bothers me that people don't know. And that's why I think I have a theory that because people don't go to church anymore and it's
They don't get
generations
raped by
now.
the priests anymore, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
You're right.
Grow up,
Hey.
take a hit. Listen,
walk it off.
you're gonna get molested at some point, anyways. Your friend, an uncle, a priest. Listen,
What the hell?
I think that
I love it. Bobby's pro child rape here. This is great.
He's saying it makes you stronger. That's his
It
argument.
doesn't kill you much. Yeah, it doesn't. It makes you stronger. It does make you stronger.
no, my point is, I think a lot of people have made politics their religion now because people want something to believe in. People want to take action. People want to be part of something, and religion filled that void for hundreds of thousands of years. Where you would go to church when I was a kid, you'd go to church on Sunday, you get your communion, you'd go to you go to mass when people died, you prayed to God, you said the prayers, and now that people don't go to church anymore. I think it's what the fuck do they have?
You're right. I think
politics.
Politics has become religion for people, and that's when you saw that storming of the Capitol, that was like they were carrying Trump flags. It was sort of like the cult of personality. Like there was
it was like a team. It was like a team. It was like their team lost. Or their God lost. Because look at the teams that we have. That's when I stopped rooting for the Patriots when they lost to the Giants the first time. When that freak, he caught the ball on his head and it was this freak thing. And I remember how angry and fucking sad I left the house. People were punching walls. I remember people were outside and I'm looking around and everybody has that same logo on, this weird fucking head with the Patriots. And I'm like, we're a cult. I'm a member of a cult. I could give a fuck. My life is somewhat tragic than this. I'm living in fucking New York. I'm trying to make money. I have anxiety. I'm fearful all the time. And I got to add this shit into my life because I joined a cult. This is crazy talk. This is supposed to just be enjoyed. And who gives a fuck? Because nobody on the field gives a fuck. You know what I mean? They're done the next day.
I think it's unavoidable. We all like to think we're so unique and we're individuals and we're such original thinkers, but we just end up falling into cliches. Like you just can't help it. Like, you end up being a guy from Boston. You end up being a guy from Boston. You end up being a New Yorker. Everyone looks at me like he's a real New Yorker. Even looking at Gabby in her room, she's got like a Matisse poster behind her. It's like, that's a young liberal chick, probably with an apartment on the Lower East Side or the Upper West Side. We become a prototype.
Yeah, don't forget her outfit. She has 9 different colors on.
Yeah, and I'm in Park Slope.
I had it. Yeah. Oh, you're Park Slope. Yeah. I mean, when you're young, you just have a poster Matisse somewhere. You either have a Dali or a Matisse or a lava lamp.
This is why I love Yannis.
That's Picasso.
Yeah, Picasso. And they're both posters. She got them at a college campus store. She probably had them in her dorm. No?
They're prints.
Hey, Colum, those are painters.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know.
Yeah. I don't fucking, my phone is a bricklayer. I'm not fucking sure what you're talking about. I'm Goodwill Hunting of Dublin. All right. Just give me the bandana. Just throw me the.
You just keep rolling over. We're not going to treat it just like you're on Rogan. We're just going to keep moving. Listen.
What do you mean by that, Yannis?
You just watched me bomb is what you did. And I had nowhere to go. And it was just, I just bombed.
Colum. Now in Ireland, I heard that even the crowds, if they don't like you, they'll spit on you.
I don't know. Actually, there was a few people did that at a football game one time, but other than that, no, there's not much.
Not at comedy clubs.
No way. No, the crowds are great in Ireland.
The clubs are great.
The crowds are great, but there's not enough people to have a good scene. But like, there's great festivals there. If you ever have an opportunity to go to Ireland for a comedy festival, you should take it. They have a couple of great festivals, yeah. It's kind of like urban crowds here, like a black audience. Like if you're bombing, you really bomb. You take it right to the fucking face. But if they love you, they really love you. And there's a lot of heckling, and they'd like your style a lot. Actually, both of you guys, because you're sort of conversational. It's energetic kind of acts. They don't. A lot of American acts don't do well there if they're like standing still, just
telling jokes.
Jokes. The robots.
Yeah. That's a lot of comedy right now is telling joke writers, which, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know where it all came from. Like my favorite comics, would be kind of like your style without being gay. But you and Donnell Rawlings and things like that is what I like. Yannis is great too.
Thanks for throwing me in last.
Oh, come on, Yannis. Come on.
That was almost like, we got a little more room in the car. You don't have to take a cab.
I mean, if you wanted to, it would make it easier. You could jump into an Uber, but if you want to come, we can take.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd rather take Donnell and Bobby because it's a small car. But if you can,
I mean, I'd rather squeeze in with Bobby though, because at least I know the car's not going to smell like Newports and fucking incense, and that we're not going to have to put the music up to 100 decibels.
Yeah, I do know.
I've been on tour. Yeah, I used to open for Donnell, and it was like,
oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, they just listen to the music on a different. The how loud it goes. It's just
when you say they, you're talking about.
Yeah, they. You know what I'm saying? It's like there is a white level of there's a when you get a stereo, it should say here's the white max, and then here's the black with woofer max.
Isn't it fucked up that you can't even say that anymore? Like,
I just said it because it's true.
Yeah,
it is fucking true, and nobody will hear it because it's not Rogan. But here's the thing: you would have never said that on Rogan. Let's be honest.
Oh, I would have said it. I don't know if you've seen my videos, but my videos would be illegal in 2021.
Are you getting a lot of shit for being Yannis Pappas now? You got more people on your side, or you got more people fucking with you?
Nobody. The thing about those things is like it's hard. I think those things befuddle the cancel people because they're so beloved by minorities and they're already so established that they don't even know what to do with it. It was like the main fan base for Marisa, just for example, was just Puerto Rican, Black, Dominican, Cubans. Like it was you rarely saw white people there. If you did, also gay people. I mean, gay. She's like at drag shows they do her. So it's like everyone loved that character because maybe it was it was just funny and that's realistically how a person like that would talk. Nowadays, it's like you can't even do acting anymore. It's like he's acting, he has talent. Like Hank Azaria has talent. You're like, stop doing that other voice. Stop having talent. You cannot have
they want a cripple to play a cripple. They want somebody, they want a gay Puerto Rican to play a gay Puerto Rican. But it's like even if you can't find that person with the amount of talent that maybe you'd play or you'd do the role, they don't give a fuck. You can't get that role anymore.
You can't, even if it's beloved. And it was funny because I used to go in meetings and it was funny because I this was like when cancel culture was really starting. I think it's around 2012 that really took hold. It was around like that Daniel Tosh, like it was 2012, like 2010, 11, the internet was still kind of the Wild West and people shared stuff, whether it was funny. You didn't really see that Twitter mobs. 2012 when it really started. I remember I got that show at Fusion. They started looking through my tweets. I was like, what's this? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It's really weird, man.
You get scared. Like I get nervous when you do something. You're like, yeah, I'll do it. That'd be good. Like Leary called me for something a month ago and I was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh shit. I hope people don't go through my fucking, because listen, every comic, if you're worth your salt, should be finished. If they want to take you out, there should be plenty of material. In my eyes, if you're funny, you should be able to take out any comic. If they can't take you out, you're not funny to me.
You're not funny.
You're an actor.
Yeah. I mean, once this culture started where whether you're a good or bad person depends on what you say. I mean, it's like comedians were done because saying the wrong thing is funny. I mean, class clowns weren't funny because they said the right appropriate thing at the right time. It's we say the wrong thing. The funny thing's obviously the wrong thing. And if you want, it's just ironic because like comedians who used to say the right thing, there was nobody cleaner or said the right thing or was more family appropriate than Bill Cosby and Vince Champ. And both of them like to do a little raping.
But here's the funny thing.
Like when It's like when Ted Bundy doesn't show up and go, "Hey, I'm gonna bite your tit off now." No, he pretends to be your friend. He pretends to be friendly. I need help. My arm's broken. You're such a lovely lady. Will you get into my Volkswagen Beetle? And then women, because their brains are smaller, get into the Volkswagen Beetle, and they get their titties bitten. And now I have to pay because their brains are smaller.
Yeah. It's a fact. And they're not strong. They can't. I had a friend of mine call me, but here's the thing: you can make fun of certain people. There are certain people who are actually preferred to be on the list.
You can make fun of straight white men till the cows come home. Yeah.
You can go up and say whatever the fuck you want about us because we're stupid, we're dumb, we're fucking chauvinist pieces of garbage and deserve every fucking second of it.
Yeah.
I blame me too.
We're evildoers. And what I love is we're a monolith. You know, he's from Ireland. I'm a Greek American. You're some sort of Irish mutt from Boston, and Gabby's a rock star's daughter, and she's a Jew. But we're all a monolith who sit around and figure out how we're gonna oppress minorities together. White people don't give a shit about one another at all, and nobody likes to kill white people more than other white people.
Except, wait a second, the Klan stick together. Those people, they're the only white people that really fucking support each other.
Yeah.
Racists.
The worst examples of white supremacy espouse white supremacy. It's never like fucking Elon Musk and Bill Gates meeting in the back room going like, we got to get rid of all these Jews. You know, it's like fucking, it's some guy with 3 teeth going like, they're below us. You're going, I don't know, brother. I don't know, brother.
Well, I always say all you need is a people and a fucking catchphrase and you're famous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why it's hard for white people to come up with that little, because white people don't support you. If you're Indian people are coming to see you. Chinese, you are fucking set to go. You know, white dude, they don't give a fuck.
Unless you're Jim Gaffigan, then they will fill a stadium for you until you tweet about Trump, and then you lose your entire fan base.
I love Jim Gaffigan. I really fucking love him.
He's one of my favorites, and I'm afraid he's going to try to kill me over that because, you know, make no mistake, the kid is a big kid.
He's a big guy, and he'll fucking strangle you because he has fucking monkey hands. Call him. Now, when you were here, did you get any of the clubs here?
I got into the stand, and then they took me off their avails, so I guess I'm not in there anymore.
Why? Why'd they take you off before the COVID?
Kind of around the same time. I wouldn't want to air my dirty laundry, but
well, that's kind of what podcasts are. I don't know if you've picked up, but it's not NPR.
Giannis is in a laundry room.
I don't want to know about your fucking alcoholic dad that worked at a knife factory. I just want to hear about you. Why the stand isn't using you?
I don't know. Why don't we just ring up fucking Patrick right now and say,
fuck yeah,
yeah, do, and say why isn't Colum on the avails anymore, and see what he says.
He's not available now because
it's cooking. Not because of talent. I fucking know that.
He's cooking food for inmates right now.
Patrick is? Oh my God. What did you say?
There we go.
Are you calling him?
Yeah, let's call him.
Fucking of course I am. Why wouldn't I?
Hell yeah.
Bobby, what's up, buddy?
Patrick, you're on YKWD live right now. I just got to tell you.
You know, I was just listening to you on Chip Chipperson. What an inception this is.
Oh well, well, I got a young comic on here. He's an Irish guy. His name's Colum. And
Colum Tyrrell?
Yeah, Colum. Yes. Yeah. And he was wondering why he's not being used. I said, well, you got him there. That's great. He's, yeah, but they took me off the schedule. I go, why? He goes, you're going to have to ask Patrick for that. And I go, well, let me fucking call him and ask him because I love Patrick. He's one of my favorite people. I mean, and
well, I don't know if you've heard, but you know, comedy is illegal and there's like fucking you can't even have indoor dining. So I haven't.
What happened?
I haven't. Comedy's illegal.
Why?
You can't do because of some flu or COVID or whatever it is.
Who brought that over here?
I think it was.
You got no balls. Remember cringe humor, you cocksucker? You got no balls now, you corporate motherfucker.
I can't be cringe anymore.
You're corporate, you pussy. You know what?
People writing blogs about me from shit I wrote 14 years ago.
I'm taking my fucking cringe award. This is my cringe humor award, and I'm fucking throwing it right the fuck away. Fuck that. It means nothing to me. It's gone.
Listen, I played the game and look what I got. A business shut down by, a fucking flu.
I just broke that cringe humor award. It's fucking.
You could say it wasn't shut down by a few. It was shut down by a communist mayor.
Yeah, Yannis said it was shut down by a communist mayor. Say it.
Come on, you're from Long Island. Don't fucking lie. Let's hear it. Start chanting Trump 2024.
Hi, Patrick.
I'm censoring myself. I can't say anything anymore.
Oh my God. This piece of shit started a fucking website called Cringe Humor. They would fucking do a page on hacks. They would literally call comics hacks on their face. It was Cringe Humor. And now
I was labeled an angry white misogynist recently, which is pretty spot on, but I've evolved.
All right. Well, there you go. So Colum's back in. He can get back in, right?
Yeah, I haven't collected anyone's avail since September. I mean, what the fuck? We're barely getting stores if we're able to. But yeah, I'll hit him up.
Yeah, he'll hit you up. I
never had an issue. I know we owe him money, but we're hemorrhaging fucking $50,000 at least a month. So I'll pay him off.
Oh, don't tell people that. Jesus Christ, lie about that last fact. What the fuck?
Well, Jesus,
I'll pay him off.
No.
Do you want me to? I could do Monday nights at the stand when we come back if you want. That could help out.
We could barely get people to come out on fucking Friday nights. Mondays, yes. If we're
that wasn't Colum. That was Yannis Pappas, by the way.
That was Yannis.
I thought it was Chrissy D. I got him confused. No, that's not a joke. I thought that was Chrissy D. That wasn't an insult. I thought that was Chrissy D.
Yeah, their silly energy is very similar.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a car ride for a couple hours, then they settle down and become themselves again. Listen,
is the stand gonna make it? I hope the stand makes it. You guys gonna make it?
Is the stand gonna make it?
We're trying. I think we're getting like $500 from Save Our Stages, so that would definitely help.
Oh my God, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope you make it. I mean, yeah, that would be a fucking shame. That is a beautiful club, restaurant, and
I think we're gonna make it again. Now that Donald Trump is out, everything's opening up again. So
oh my God!
great.
So now you're a fucking leftist. You have changed.
That was you read that the wrong way, Bobby. That was
satire.
Opposite. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He was saying
I can't be satirical anymore.
Yeah.
It's I'm from Long Island. I'm a white male.
Yes.
I can't. I've been deprogrammed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're pretty spot on with who you are. I mean, come on.
You're a white male from Long Island who's a hockey fan. I mean, you don't have to be a CIA agent to know which side of the ballot you check, my friend.
I listen to heavy metal.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, I've been programming retro video game systems. So yeah, I'm a fat retard.
Yeah, and we know you wear your nose outside of your mask. We know who you voted for.
We know that hand goes firmly to the right.
All right, so listen, he's gonna call you. You're gonna get Colum on when he's back and pay him his money back when you're back in full swing, right?
Is this because Conor McGregor got his shit rocked that I owe him like?
Hey,
hey!
Watch this. This is the first time you're getting your joke stolen. Hey, that was an early stoppage.
Yeah.
Good job.
Wow.
Mate. You should have did it. That was your chance to get on in the stand. That was Colum's joke.
You butchered it.
That was Colum's
you butchered
joke.
it. Yeah, the timing was shy.
But, Patrick.
All right, Patrick.
Colum is great.
All right, so yeah, Colum, you're in your fucking head, kid.
I'm back in, Patrick. I love you. Let's hang out.
Spots in 20-degree weather. Fucking have him text me.
Listen, you're in your head, Colum. Patrick liked you. You get all wound up in your stupid Irish head, and you think you're out of the stand, and he likes
I'll show
you.
you receipts. I haven't collected anyone's avail since September.
There you go. You don't have to listen. You're the fucking head booker at the stand. You don't have to explain yourself this much to this asshole.
I'm a comedy fan first, so that's how I've always operated.
That's right. You are a comedy fan first.
Let me ask you this, Patrick. Yeah. What has happened to fucking Gabby's? Come on in. I used to fucking wait for that every Friday at the live show, the stand story. Remember that, Gabby?
Oh, my Instagram live show?
Yeah, when you say come on in.
Oh, Gabby's great. We're down for that.
Oh, good. All right, good. I'm glad you're still about comedy, buddy. How's the personal life going?
Personal life is
nice. Good. Thank you.
I actually stopped that Instagram show myself, and I should do it again.
Yeah, I used to like it when you were drinking wine, saying "Come on in, come on in." I thought you were making your move away from Bobby. I was supporting you.
Yeah.
Why would he call back? He thinks that
Yeah.
he really is out of comedy.
Just tell him your phone died, or just say, "Hey, I'm a seller guy. I can hang up on you, no problem."
Hey, buddy, what's up?
You motherfucker.
I love you. I'll talk to you.
Sucker.
I love
Fuck
you. Goodbye. Yee! See that, Colum? I got you back in at the club, and I hung up on that piece of shit for you.
Right.
That was for you, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate
All
it.
right, listen.
Patrick's the best. Stand is my favorite club because I'm not past the seller, so I'll say that.
All right, listen. Here's the deal. I'm going to get into more questions with these two assholes. I want to go a little more deeper with this Rogan appearance with you. We're going to do the extra 10 right now. All you people who want to see the extra 10, simple thing. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. In the pandemic, this is what I'm doing. I'm in here 5 nights a week with the Calter and Kelly show. We do the jerk off party Fridays, and the extra 10 on the YKWD is always at patreon.com/Robert Kelly. I want to thank all you people for being a member of that, joining up and being a part of it, because I get to fucking live and survive and put all this stuff on for you, all this extra content for you guys every week. Yannis, what do you got going on? You got any gigs? Of course, you got your podcast, History Hyenas, which has fucking been blowing up for the last couple of years. I'm very proud of you two son of a bitches. And you also got a new podcast that you're doing. What's that called?
It's called Long Days. Yanni Long Days. You could go to YouTube, Yanni Long Days. It's on every platform except iTunes at the moment, but check it out as well. And check out my special if you haven't, Blowing the Light, which is on YouTube. I appreciate it. And
Colum, what do you got, buddy, besides spots at the stand in September?
But they have been booking shows. So he's lying, right? Anyway.
Oh, well. I mean, I can't believe he didn't say that while he was on the fucking phone.
I just realized.
Well, because it's admitting. I mean, I don't think he's really doing shows. I think they're just they're taking avails, but they're not doing any shows because you can't. So they're not doing any shows.
Okay. I don't want to be a rat, but they're doing shows for sure.
You don't want to be a rat, but they're doing shows. Are they doing shows or are they not doing shows?
I'm trying to help the kid out right now. Trying to help the kid out. He went back on it.
Yeah, but if you can check out my podcast. It's called The Wizard of Pod. It streams on YouTube.
That's hilarious.
On Fridays at 12:30. My YouTube channel is YouTube/Colum Tyrrell. And then, so The Wizard of Pod is available everywhere. That's all I've got going.
I like it. What's it about? Is it a
It's not about fucking anything, just whatever's in the news, really.
Really? All right. Yeah, because podcast, that's good, because most podcasts now are trying to break things down into little increments. We're going to be talking about this, and we're going to be talking about, do you like, what signs are the best signs across America? I think stop signs. Really? I like a yield. We're going at it this Sunday on signs. So that's good that you're just fucking yapping. Good for you. Gabby, what do you got?
Hi. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Gabby is Brian. I have a podcast called Unabashed Podcast. That's on Patreon as well. And then I have a comedy newsletter called You've Got Mail, Bitch. And you could sign up for that in the link in my bio.
Gabby, your apartment, it looks like Mr. Furley's apartment on Three's Company, by the way. It's just stuck. It's stuck in the late 80s.
I've never seen it.
You stupid fern.
Yeah, it looks like my ex-girlfriend who used to live on the Upper West Side, and it's a typical. I mean, whenever you see a Matisse up, you know that there's going to be a book by Gloria Steinem on the coffee table. Yeah, I mean that house. I don't know if you vote to the left, but that apartment definitely votes to the left.
Yeah.
But she fucks to the right. You know that.
Depends on where I am.
Hey, Mush, what do you got besides a cute little adorable face?
Follow me at Mike V. Suarez, and I'll be doing some stuff on YouTube with Greg Stone.
Oh, you sound very excited to be a part of this show. All right, listen. What the fuck?
I thought he was actually pretty cheery.
Yeah, I thought it was being cute.
Yeah.
Fuck both of you. You know what? You're such fucking pleasers.
No, he did. He sounded great.
He did sound great. Jesus Christ.
No.
Fucking Colum. Fuck you. You guys don't know him like I know him.
Mike, are you eating?
I know him.
Are you eating a shawarma sandwich right now? What's the problem?
I apologize. I don't want to yell at. I'm sorry. I just yelled at you. I apologize. That was yelling in 2021. Going fuck you. That's yelling. I don't want to yell at you, Mush. I apologize. Let me bring my tone down. That's Gabby's apartment, by the way.
It really is. Those are all my outfits too.
Bobby, I love you to death. I miss you, Bobby. I want to hang out and smoke a stick with you. I love you to death. You're one of the greatest people on the planet. I really mean that. Too. I miss you and I love you and I want to see you soon.
All right, here we go. We're gonna read the names. We're gonna read the names. Make them big, Mush. All right, so here's the deal. Anybody with anybody who's $10. I mean, I do this every week. It seems to be what the fans want. You get a little something extra. So Colum and Yannis, where'd you go?
I'm right here.
You can't see it. There you are. Yannis. So like, for instance, if you get a nice $10 one, you got to give him like a 10, 10 something. I don't know what you do, but you can read the first 10 one. I'm going to read the first 2, and then Yannis, you read the first 10. So John Hicks and Nick Lane, thank you for becoming a member. Yannis, next name.
Adam Dawes. Boo, 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 boo.
That's only 5. 10. You need 10. You got to do 10 of them.
Oh, Troy. Justin McDonald, David T.
No, you gotta do 10. You gotta do 10 each.
But those guys were 5. Those was 5. Okay, so Troy gets boo, 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 boo. There we go.
That's only
only 7. Save David for Colum. I want to hear Columns. So Justin McDonald, thanks for being a member, buddy. What do you got? You're next, Colum. What do you got?
How about this? Look, let's see if this works. David T. There you go.
That should be the end of every one of my podcasts.
Do you like that?
All right, and here we go right here. Rocket Fellow, thanks for being a member. And Geff Stibakaharik. Thank you for being a member. You guys are the best. The Patreon members, I hope you enjoy the extra 10 on the podcast. We put it up on the Patreon. You want to watch this show live, unedited. You want to see Coulter and Kelly Friday show. You want to see all the other shows we do. I do 5 shows a week on the Jerk Off Party on Saturday night. We let you, all the Patreon's fans, come hang with us in a Zoom meeting and shoot the shit for a couple hours. It's only on patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Make sure you go to my only show left in the fucking year. I got 2 now. I got the 30th. I will be at the Wall Street Theater in Norwalk, Connecticut for a live pay-per-view. What's that noise? What is that noise? Live pay-per-view. There you go. It's cut off, Mush. You can't see. There you go. Tickets available. What's that fucking noise? Gabby, stop.
It's not me.
It's because Yannis is on a phone.
Oh, thank you.
What's he
I don't know what he's doing. You're fucking whacking your cock off the fucking microphone.
No,
apologize. No, I'm not going to apologize. Just fucking take the hit, you fucking guy. All right, so there you go. Saturday, January 30th, 8 p.m. Tickets are available. Limited seating. You can come see me, but you can actually all over the world. If you're from Colum's hometown in fucking Ireland, fucking down on fucking James Street near fucking St. Patrick's Cathedral, whatever the fuck church he's part of, you can go see me there. Just order it live, and then I'm going to be in Aruba doing shows. And I do have a deal. If any of you fan wants to go, it's during February vacation, you can go down. I'll be in Aruba from the 18th to the 28th of February doing some shows, trying to support that little island, trying to get some business back there. So if you guys want to go, I can hook you up with a deal at the hotel for fans of mine. Very cheap. It's high season. The rooms are very expensive, but I got an awesome deal. So just hit me up in the Patreon if you want to go. And Gabby, what do you got?
Everyone subscribe to my comedy newsletter. It comes out once a month. It's comedy essays, and you could subscribe in the link in my bio on my Instagram and Twitter at Gabby is Brian.
Jason C said the pay-per-view would have been perfect to promote on Rogan. Woo! Someday I'll murder her. I'll just kill somebody. That's what I'll do. I'll murder a whore, and then I'll do the time. I'll write a book. I'll become better, and then I'll jump on. By that time, Colum will be the fucking next big thing.
You need to get canceled. Canceled is the key.
I'll cancel you.
You'll cancel me? Do you know how much that scares me when you say that?
No, I'm not actually going to do it, but if you need me to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, no, but you actually would do it if it would further your career.
That's not true, and you need to stop saying that.
Yeah, she totally wouldn't. She wasn't raised that way.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why are you taking her side, you cuck?
Because, I mean, she's got a dad who I'd like to meet.
Well, I can
But if you play your cards right, you will.
And her fucking dad agrees with me more than her. How's
That's
that?
not true.
I mean, do you think I'm fucking doing this podcast to talk to you? I want a picture with her dad.
I mean, what do you want? Everything? You got Rogan, you got the fucking all things, you got fucking hyenas. Now you want her dad? You're not taking that from me.
Okay.
No, you can have it. He's a sweet guy. Colin, what do you got besides eyes that are too round and close together?
Sure that wasn't directed at me?
Well, it could be both of you.
No one said that to me before. That's great. No,
You do have doll eyes. You have 17th century doll eyes.
That's fair. If you're on Patreon watching this, I have a Patreon. Starts at $1.
It's called I Need to Pay My Girlfriend Back. Please donate.
It's good. My first tear is give me this money so my girl doesn't kick me out and date a fireman.
I'd leave me for a fireman too, man. Those guys are fucking hot. Yeah, you're not buying that box now. You can't back out, Bobby.
Yes. What the fuck? What are you, the mob? Yes, I can.
He totally can. Yeah. Once I explained the scam to him,
it's not
totally
a scam. I'll put you in here beside Doug Stanhope. How about that?
I don't want to be besides him either. What? I mean, is there anybody sober that on that fucking thing?
Dan Soda. He bought 2 boxes. He's got some.
No, he's gonna win. You know that lucky fucking horseshoe asshole.
He doesn't even
listen. Well, I can definitely back out. You don't even know anything about me. As soon as I hit stop on this, I will never see you again unless I choose to.
What? I thought we kind of hit it off. All right.
No, of course we hit it off. I'd like to have you back on again.
I'd love to. Come on, anytime.
All right, cool. I will. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy a box. Go fuck yourself. But
fair enough.
All right. You want me to buy one for how about I buy one for the YKWD staff?
Perfect.
That's not going to happen. Okay, Yannis.
I was like, yeah, okay.
Yannis, I love you, buddy.
I love you, buddy. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Make sure you check out his episode of Rogan. I heard it was amazing. I haven't listened yet. I saw clips of it, but of course, he's one of my favorite people. I just love him because he's so fucking smart, such a funny motherfucker, always funny. But he's just a honorable, integral, fucking real man. Just, I love you to death, kid. And Gabby, have a great night. Mush, what do you got, baby?
Follow me at Mike Suarez on Instagram.
I know one of those times he's just not going to be there. He's going to be just sucking Greg Stone off. I'm leaving you, Bobby, for Greg Stone. Listen, Ladybugs in the crowd. You guys are the best. Tomorrow I'll be back with Mike Calta at 7 o'clock, 7:30 tomorrow night with Calter and Kelly, my number one best friend, lucky cocksucker Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the Super Bowl. What the fuck? Anyways, you guys are the best fans in the world. We'll see you next week. You know what, dude? We'll see you later.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs.